Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. It's Angela, the Traveling Crafter, once again on location. I think I possibly could have one more video left in me this week, but I've done a lot in a very short amount of time, so this may be the last one while I'm on the road. But I thought this was a cool one, and I think that we should do it together. These were in my fussy cut pile. And if you are not aware of what they are, these are from a current, yet expired catalog. This one I think is Simplicity. And I think McCall's does as well, has a vintage section. And so I picked this up at a Hobby Lobby. And sometimes you can find them, you know, it's hit or miss, but, you know, look, because they do have them in the sewing section. And I was going to fussy cut them all. Well, I got these and the ones that I actually used today done. That's not very many. But as I was cutting them, I got inspired to do some things with them. So I thought I would show you just a few quick ways that you can use these. By the way, if I haven't already, and I apologize if I have, because I'm not sure of the schedule for these episodes. I will have I actually have 3 Simplicity catalogs, 2 of which have all the vintage in them, 1 that does not, that will be at our live sales. So these are the ones that we will not be using today, but take note on these with the half skirts, because I will be showing you some examples of how I use them. If you have vintage sewing patterns, you could use those as well. We've used those before in some of my chroma collage where I actually, you know, made skirts and such. Remember the one girl's legs were gone. They got ripped off, but we recovered and saved her. So these we aren't going to be using today. But I want to show you some of the things I made, my inspiration, and the things that you will need. First of all, let me tell you what you need so you can grab them while I'm sharing with you. You will need some scissors. You will need some glue. You could possibly need some distress ink. You're going to need some paper to back things in. And then random scraps, paper, ribbons, fabric, whatever you've got. And I think that's just about it. All right, here's one I did. I had backed this quite a while ago, and I meant to shore this up because I must have glued it down with glue stick, and there was a couple spots. This thing was falling apart, this vintage packaging. So I used that, had them on a masterboard, and then I had cut these 3 out. And you see how, like, this was the top of, they didn't have full, it was like a sketch, if you will. And so they didn't have their full heads. So sometimes that can look really goofy when you take them apart. But I thought on there with the lines, it didn't look too bad. And this was just the bust part, so I added that there. Just cute little cards, journal cards, tags, whatever you want to use them for. And then I did a couple of these, which are similar to what I did with that chroma collage, but I used all fabric. So this was just her top, similar to these gals. So she just was at the waist. And so then I just added layers of different kinds of scraps. I had this little ribbon. And remember, I'm on the road. My opportunities are limited with the supplies that I have. So I did my best. So this is just an envelope, which would be great for Happy Mail or whatnot, but I just covered it with some of my digitals and then a pattern. I always keep these pattern, which I realized I don't have tissue, but I keep these in my travel bag. And then the last one I did, I also just backed a regular piece of paper. A pattern with a regular piece of paper, and then kind of went off her polka dot halter and then added everything to it. And then before I actually put it onto the backing, I did use some brads to add flowers. I think it would be cute to add a little bling when I get home, but I didn't have a lot of that bling. So I will show you how I made one of those, maybe a little bit differently, and a couple other things that I thought, well, I'll quickly show you guys some of the other pieces that are in the vintage, the new vintage, or new Simplicity catalog in the vintage section. And these are all there. I kept all of them. I kept all of the word simplicity. I kept the little pieces. Pretty much I kept everything. So I'm just going to throw this down on, this was the back cover of a book. This book was, I don't know what the name of this book is, but it was $5 and I got it for 90 cents. And it had really cool watercolor pieces on it. So we're just going to chuck these on here. Just kind of willy-nilly. Maybe just to make a cute little tag. I threw these on there and I was like, oh, I really like how those look like that. And then do you think that I can get them to do that again? No. We'll just go something like that. Just start putting it down, Angela. Now this, if I remember right, well, we'll try to put it down with glue stick. It's got a little bit of a texture on it. I hope you're all having a great time. I'm on day 3 of what I'm calling my retreat. It's my travel time with Dave. Post-graduation festivities. It's all over. In fact, Demi just called me and she's got, I think, another week before she starts her nannying job. And she said, and she didn't have to work at the daycare. And I said, what are you doing? She said, we're at the beach. So getting your tan on. She's embracing the I don't have school idea, which good for her. We had more storms last night here, and well, at home too. But here's an interesting thing, and you know, you guys are going to be, you're going to be giving me the what for probably. Oh, I don't know about that. Oh, don't overthink it. Just stick it down there. So last night, I don't know. I have no idea what time it was. Maybe like between 1 and 3, somewhere in there. I don't know. And Dave, of course, was sleeping like a baby, as per usual. And something woke me up, and I heard something that I thought was like, well, it sounded like a door opening. I thought, probably not a door. Well, then I thought, well, it might be a door. But did I bother to go look? I did not. It had rained, it had stormed, it was pretty windy, and I thought, well, it could have just been like the windows or whatever. But quite possibly it could be the door, and I just don't want to go get up. I don't want to wake Dave up, and I don't want to get up. I know, probably a bad idea. All the rest of you are like, oh my gosh, I would have shook him awake and made him go look. But I was like, he has to work. It's been a long day. So I didn't, and it must not have bothered me too much because I went right back to sleep. Anyway, sure enough, when I got up at 5, and went to that's cute. I like it just like that. Now, it would be cool to put a pattern number up here, but I don't have one of those. Maybe I do. Let me see. Let's see if in just this little stack. Oh, here. Yeah, like, see, I kept all of these. I'm going to just cut that out. Anyway, I got up, and then, of course, you know, our little routine, Ruby had to go potty. And so I took her, went to take her out, and, yep, door was open. Now, it was only open like a crack. But the reason I was pretty sure that's what it was is the door does not shut very well in there. So that's some feedback that they probably need to know. I mean, I don't get too worked up about stuff, but Now what happened? Oh, there it is. But somebody might. So they probably need to fix it. But it doesn't really latch. And there's a little bit of a gap in between the door jamb and the door. Which, you know what that means. Like, if you were the criminal type, it probably would not be hard to stick something in there and just pop the lock open in all reality. But anyway, we're safe. We're fine. And I know, I probably should have got up and looked, but I didn't. I don't like that there. I don't like that. Nope, not putting it on there. We're gonna stick it on my room key. So that was the excitement of the night. All right, there's another one done. Okay, what about, what's this one I got? I got this one ready for us to do a dress out of. What was I gonna do with this? Well, I kind of like it like that. Let's see. Let's glue this on first. Yeah, I don't have any exciting stories to tell from being here because I have literally not left the house. Dave has the car, and each day he says, okay, what do I need to bring home? And today it is allergy meds because I finally have had it. And we had got everything to make food. And so I have literally been like, I'm on a retreat and have been enjoying myself immensely. Normally I have a big agenda when I'm on, you know, on a trip, things to go explore, things to go do. But the truth of the matter is we are in a town called Cedar Falls, Iowa. It is the home of the UNI, University of Northern Iowa, Panthers. And I have been to Waterloo and Cedar Falls many times. There are some surrounding towns that I have not been to, or that I have been to and would have kind of liked to have gone back. Maybe, you know, hit some antique stores and things like that. But I don't have we only brought, obviously, one car. And the office that he is at is like 25 or 30 minutes away. And I didn't want to have to, like, break up my day to go take him and then come back. And he's like, just, you know, just have your fun, go on a walk. You know, I haven't left a, you know, couple block radius. There's a cemetery with it's really pretty, you know, to walk in and things like that. But yeah, no, haven't been in the car since I got here, and I'm not the least bit upset about that. So it is good for me to not have to, it's good for me to have that that respite, that, you know, just, I don't have to be going 150 miles an hour. And you know what I just thought of right this moment, which is the first time that I've thought about this since I've been here. And I'm still not worried about it. I have pulled apart, you know, my storage, and I did so as I was getting ready for graduation. I wanted to pull some things out for Demi, and so I thought, well, this is my last project, my last organizing project, big organizing project. So I just started pulling stuff out and had intended to do all of that this week because we don't have a live sale. Well, then Dave wanted me to go with, and so here I am, and it all has to be done next week, which that's fine. I'm not even going to worry about it. That's crazy. Normally I'd be like fretting about it. Not fretting. That's the wrong word, but I would be like making a game plan. That's better. Let's cut this so it actually looks like a journal card or something. Pretty simple stuff, right? just a few more unique ways to use your sewing patterns, sewing notions, and the like. So, yeah, so I think I do have one more option that I can do for a video should I choose, but I think I'm just gonna do some collage and chill. I'm not gonna cut that into a tag or anything yet because I don't know how I want to use it. All right, let's do this last one. I just wanted to show you how I put these together. And I don't know that I really like this that much, what I got out, but we're gonna do it anyway. Now, I did put this down on just a piece of red cardstock that I'll probably then cut around again and then put it onto something else, just so I can adhere all of these things to make her skirt. Now, I was thinking possibly like an A-line skirt, you know, cute, because that's what this is. But I think we'll go up here at her waist and then just see. And all I do is just kind of layer things on there. I might not, and I didn't glue her hand down, see, so I could put it on there. Oh, I guess that would be okay. I was gonna say I might need to cut it. Let's see if we want to use this stuff, because I don't really know yet. Do I? Oh, that does kind of look cute. I don't know about. I think I'm going to stop while I'm ahead, and we may use this somewhere. And I'll show you, I made a little brad. Okay, here's how I did this, because it was just easier, so that I can kind of keep this all together. Now, I want it to kind of curve a little bit, like her, you know, like at her hips. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the Fabri-Tac, this is Fabri-Fix, and I want it to be, come on now. Here we go. And I don't need very much, so I'm gonna kind of just spread this out with the tip of the, ooh, I know this is wiggling you. I apologize. I have to say it every time. All right, I'm just gonna put that much down on there, and I'm literally going to, hey, that worked. Honey, your little arm's gotta come out. That worked, okay. Now, what you could do is you could leave this flippity floppity, which I think as long as it's, I need to make sure these two are connected, but it should be, she should be good down to where the end of that was, right? So all I really need to do is make sure that these two pieces are connected. And like I said, the reason I did this is because it was just easier to hold them all kind of in place and then put them down. Now, on the ones with the more full gowns, I just laid them all out just like I did here. I like that. I didn't think I was gonna like it. Just like I did here, but instead of picking them all up, I just lifted them up this way and glued it down. And then lifted the skirt up and then glued underneath. And it just made it a lot easier. Okay, well, let me look at this way. She def needs something. All right, let me cut off these edges so they don't look so humongous. Maybe we could do this as a belt. Yeah. Oh, that's still too long. Y'all skinny little waist there, girl. Let's just cut that there. All right. Let's put a dab of glue. Oh, that stuck right to my thumb. My fingers are all gluey. I have no idea what time of day it is. And it fell off. And I've got, my hands are a mess. I got ink and glue All right, there's that. Oh yeah, see, now it looks like it should be like that. Now I gotta just see which way. Still kind of a big bow. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make it tinier. There we go. Much better. Hang on. There we go. All right, that's on. Now she's got a skirt. And I'm also, while I'm at it, I'm gonna glue her hand down. There we go. You need to be glued down. And I use this because part of her little hand is gonna go over the fabric. Here we go. Now here's the thing that is probably not gonna make the cut. So then I'll cut all of this out and then put her on whatever I want. But, because this, I was thinking about a brooch. So I found this brad and I put this little gem on the top of it. And I was thinking, well, maybe, should we just do it? I mean, you know. Just because she was in the Simplicity magazine doesn't mean she's got the best taste in fashion. She can wear a gaudy brooch. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, hang on. Just makes it a little more three-dimensional and cute. There we go. Actually, that looks really adorable. It's like a vintage brooch right on her little lapel. Cutie patootie. So that's all there is to it, guys. Just a few more unique ways to use your sewing patterns and sewing catalogs. We got quite a few different options, and I hope you give it a go. Until next time, friends, I hope that you have a crafty day. Remember to take time to just be, and of course, we will see you soon. Cheers.